Okay, I did my assignment by writing a speech first, and then I'm just gonna read what I wrote because think it's more organized that way for me. Yeah. All right. So in this assignment, we were supposed to look at two of the readings and decide what how they relate to feminism for us. And then we're supposed to find two media events that help relate to the readings and I guess distinguish what feminism is to us. And then discuss like our challenges and what we found great about the assignment. All right, so I'll start at the beginning. I believe feminism is the continuous effort to end all forms of patriarchy and create a society where women are on the same equal playing field as men. From what I have learned so far, Black feminism differs. Black feminism is focused more on the issues that Black women have to deal with, an oppression that white feminism doesn't cover. I am currently writing a thesis that discusses why Black women should be leading the feminist movement because they represent the oppression better than the middle class white woman. The Black feminist issues different from that of white feminists. There is intersectionality when dealing with the oppression of Black women. They deal with more than one issue of oppression, making their experience way more complex than that of white feminists. While white feminists are fighting for issues such as gender roles, Black feminists were not even given these luxuries. For example, the stay-at-home mom wants to be able to get a job. Black women had to work, I'm sure they would have loved to have the choice of being stay-at-home. The first reading I selected was Black Women Shaping Feminist Theory by Bell Hooks. This chapter is taken from her book Feminist Theory from Margin to Center. I chose this reading because of the first few sentences she writes in chapter 1. Feminism in the United States has never emerged from the women who are most victimized by sexual oppression, women who are powerless to change their condition in life. I assumed here from context that she is saying that feminism in the United States doesn't come from the narrative of the woman who are the most oppressed. She then says, and the plight of white women like herself, synonymous with the condition affecting all American women. In doing so, she deflected attention away from her classism, her racism, her sexist attitudes towards the masses of American women. The women represented by feminism were college educated, white women who were compelled by sexist conditioning to remain in their homes and be housewives and stay at home mothers. I chose this reading because it helped me understand what feminism truly is and was. It helped me to understand that feminism itself doesn't represent all the oppressed. The voices of the truly oppressed aren't the ones truly stood up for. Because of Black feminists like Bell Hooks, the Black female oppressed narrative can be heard and recognized. And up here, when I said truly is and was, I meant to say truly was and is. So I think that is important to say it that way. The second reading I selected was Distinguishing Features of Black Feminist Thought by Patricia Hill Collins. This chapter was taken from the book Black Feminist Thought. I chose this book because the way Collins explains how the experiences of oppression is an element of intersectionality for Black women. She also discusses why Black feminist thought should be important. Black feminist thought is important because Black women still constitute as an oppressed group. She also views Black female oppression as a social justice project, and she writes, and I quote, in a context of intersecting oppressions, Black feminism requires searching for justice not only for the U.S. Black women, but for everyone. After reading this section, I was able to understand that Black feminism is about recognizing other social justice projects and helping them while also continuing to work on helping ours. I say ours because I consider myself to be a Black feminist. Um, the media events that relate to the readings I chose was the Me Too movement and Black women celebrities that are sexualized in the media. The Me Too movement was created by Black women and it supports women who have been sexually assaulted and sexually harassed. The movement was brought to the light. This movement brought to light several sexually offensive acts against famous men, such as Kevin Spacey's. Well, I meant to say by famous men, such as Kevin Spacey, Bill Cosby, and Supreme Court nominee Brett Kavanaugh. This movement has brought forth the disgusting acts of powered men, and gave back power to the abused. I believe this connects to the Patricia Hill Collins reading about supporting other social justice projects while also still doing yours. The second media event I'll cover is the sexualizing of Black women in media. For example, Beyonce is sexualized not for beauty, but called exotic and sexy. In my Royal Society class of 1650, we discussed how Black women in media are sexualized and ogled, but not truly respected. I believe this connects to Bell Hooks' point on the truly oppressed aren't represented by the feminist movement. These Black celebrities are not being represented. And then we're supposed to discuss what we found challenging, or I guess what we liked. Well, I enjoyed like having the readings and being able to look over them again and try to understand what I feel feminism is from these readings, because I sometimes it's nice to be reminded why exactly you are a feminist. I took in this assignment, I took the role of Black feminism, because that is what I relate to. That's what I have been taught. And then feminism itself doesn't truly represent all oppressed women. So I decided to focus on Black feminism, which I enjoyed that the most because I was able to use these readings to explain why. Um, and then the only challenge I had was trying to connect the second media event to the two readings that I had, because I love the Patricia Hill Collins reading, and to try to find the Bell Hooks reading, and to try to find a media event that kind of went with that. So I kind of went with the whole Beyonce being sexualized event. But that's like a continuous event, not just like a once thing, once occurrence, one time occurrence. So yeah, other than that, I enjoyed this assignment, and it was able, like I said, to help me be reminded why I am a feminist, and these readings helped distinguish that.